Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 5 Review. An all-time great episode bodes well for the second half of the season. Few modern science fiction series have managed to capture the balance of optimism, character-driven storytelling, and episodic adventure quite like Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Season 3, Episode 5 doesn't just continue that tradition, it elevates it. This is the kind of episode that reminds viewers why classic Trek storytelling still works when it's handled with confidence, restraint, and a clear understanding of its characters. If the first half of the season has been building momentum, this installment feels like the point where everything locks into place. At its core, the episode is deceptively simple in structure. The Enterprise responds to what appears to be a routine distress signal from a previously uncharted system, only to find themselves entangled in a situation that challenges both their moral framework and their emotional resilience. What sets this episode apart is not the scale of the threat, but the precision with which it forces the crew, especially Captain Pike and his senior staff, to confront uncomfortable truths about leadership, consequence, and trust. Anson Mount once again delivers a standout performance as Captain Pike, grounding the episode in a quiet, reflective intensity. Pike has always been a captain defined by foresight and burden, but here the burden becomes more personal. The episode gives him space to question not just what Starfleet expects of him, but what he expects of himself when no clear right answer exists. It's in these moments of hesitation and vulnerability that the character truly shines. Equally compelling is the way the episode handles the ensemble. Rather than centering on a single subplot, it weaves multiple character arcs together with impressive fluidity. Spock's internal conflict is particularly well handled, offering subtle development that never feels forced. The writing trusts the audience to understand his emotional restraint without over-explaining it. Meanwhile, Lon Noonien Singh is given a storyline that continues to explore her struggle with identity and control, though this episode wisely avoids turning her arc into melodrama. Instead, it leans into tension, both internal and external. What makes this episode feel all-time great is its tonal control. There is a confidence in how it shifts between quiet character moments and high-stakes sci-fi tension. The thread of the week, without spoiling specifics, feels genuinely alien and conceptually intriguing, but it is never allowed to overshadow the human element. That balance is something modern science fiction often struggles with, but here it feels effortless. Visually, the episode is also among the strongest of the season so far. The production design continues to embrace a hybrid aesthetic, retro-futuristic Starfleet charm blended with modern cinematic polish. The alien environment introduced in this episode is particularly memorable, not because it is overly complex, but because it feels tactile and grounded. There's a sense of physical presence in the sets and lighting that enhances immersion without overwhelming the story. The